Welcome back, everybody, to Central Illinois. The final round for the MPO division of the 2023 Ledgestone Open is about to begin here for our lead card. And with that, let's take a listen to every competitor on the lead card today after the round yesterday at Northwoods Black.
Especially only being one up going into this round, I thought it would take probably like a 5 or a 6 to maybe maintain a stroke lead. To have 4 with only a 3 under today is mind-blowing to me.
I mean, out here it's you know, pars are good sometimes on some of the harder holes. I think someone explained it perfect. Birdies are hard to get and bogeys are easy if you're not careful. So yeah, this course just I feel like you're handcuffed almost all the shots. If you miss a shot, you know that bogey, double bogey is just right around the corner. So yeah, I think for me, I just want to manage out here, and I feel like Eureka's where I can really score and then potentially make a chance to give myself a chance to win.
How does that feel to find yourself on the lead card tomorrow?
I'm on the lead card tomorrow. All right. Wow. That's great. I'm very excited. Those last 4 just kind of strung together, and I just am happy to have made my putt on 18 today because yesterday I had a similar putt for par and missed. So feels good.
If I can stay OB free, there's a good chance that everyone else is going to throw OB, and that's usually a 1, if not 2 stroke swing. So if there was something for a big change, it would be at the Eureka course.
And welcome in on the ground here, Tournament Central. Just 2 of these left, Nate. We are going into the final round at Lake Eureka. We have a pretty star-studded lead card and then a group of players behind them still ready to strike. Let's talk conditions first. Lake Eureka can be an absolute nightmare when the conditions are not pristine.
Yeah, it was calm during round 1, and you know the course averaged 2 under par, and it almost never averages under par. And of course we had several scores in that double-digit range. Right now the wind is down; it's at 5 miles per hour out of the north. But over the next couple of hours, Brian, it's supposed to pick up with gusts up to 15 miles per hour, and that's when the OB really comes into play out there. We're also looking at some pockets of potential rain. But that's nothing these guys haven't dealt with before.
Well, we talked about it earlier today. This course, when it rains, produces some of the craziest scoring spreads on the entire Disc Golf Pro Tour. I mean, we see players, we were just talking about Paul Beth shooting a 14 under on a previous iteration of this course, while other players were shooting 14 over that were similar in rating to him. Anything can happen out here. And with that said, your leader, Cole Redolin, has a potential opportunity to take down a huge victory on the tour and prove himself to everybody as a champion.
Yeah, this is the biggest moment of Cole's career, and you know I almost feel like being in the lead like puts a little bit more pressure on him than if he was just chasing someone down. And this is a course where it's hard to really commit to playing for par. I'm very curious to see how he opens up on this front 6 because those are some of the holes where people kind of like take the gas off, take their foot off the gas, and especially a hole like hole 5, Brian. What do you do when you walk up to that hole with the lead? Does Cole send that hole? And then the next one, hole 6. These holes haven't changed in years, and they give people so much trouble every year.
Well, what's interesting about this course is, yes, I think the way you finish the round has a lot to do with how you start the round out here. I mean, hole 1, yes, it kind of eases you into the property. You get a nice scenic par 4. But then hole 2, easy bogey opportunity. Hole 3, easy bogey or double bogey opportunity. Hole 4, same thing. And then you get into hole 5, and that really dictates what you're doing. Have I bogeyed 2 out of these last 3 holes? I'm going to lay up on the baseball field hole. Other than that, the shot to get there is super technical and precise. And it doesn't stop there. There's just so many holes that you can either press really hard on or take a terribly big number on. And we've watched people take double-digit numbers on these holes for years. So Cole is really going to have to get off to a solid start, or if he doesn't, he's going to have to stay calm and understand that there's other holes ahead that other players can make mistakes on.
Yeah, and he's got, one of the, fiercest competitors ever when they're chasing someone down. He's got Ricky Wysocki on the card. Also, he has Andrew Marweed and Casey White, who this is a new position for Casey White, and I feel like he probably feels the exact opposite of Cole. He doesn't feel any pressure to perform. In his mind, you could see it in that interview, Brian. He's like, I'm on lead card. Like, he's just so happy to be here, and I don't feel like he has any pressure on his back. And same with Andrew Marweed. I mean, I don't think Andrew really is trying to prove anything. I mean, in his interview, he's just cool as a cat. You know, he's just chilling, talking about his first round at Eureka, and he really feels like Northwoods is the course that plays a little bit more to his style with the forehand. And he said that he actually likes to play Eureka a little bit safer. So he's just going to be, staying in his lane and seeing how the other people are performing around him.
Well, if you look at the course, a nice conservative round, if you're just going after the birdies that really everybody is suited to get, you could shoot a 6-7 under par solid. But this is a course that players are shooting 11, 12, and like we said, 13, 14 under par if they catch fire out here. So I don't know if that's going to be enough. But with that said, I have to say, Cole's in a position that he's really never been in before. So this is his opportunity to prove everyone wrong. He can take down a title. He can close. And in your first position in this situation, I don't think it's expected that you're going to win. So he has nothing to lose here. He has everything to gain. He can press all day and hope that the rest of the field doesn't catch him. But Nate, I think what we're both saying is we don't know what's going to happen. We can't really speculate on what's going to happen out here at Lake Eureka.
Yeah, and, I think we got to touch a little bit more on Ricky. I believe he's a 5-time champion out here, and he's going to be the one that is going to make Cole feel uncomfortable, because Cole, whether he's checking scores or not, he's going to see Ricky performing right there on the card. And if we look at Ricky's round from day one, this putt from 45 on hole 3, goes on to miss the baseball field hole for his only bogey on that front 9. But Ricky knows how to play. He has more experience out here than anyone else on this card.
What I love about Ricky is when he's on fire and he's starting to press and he's starting to take strokes on the field, it looks like he's playing a faster game than everybody else. It looks like he's sprinting to the finish while the rest of the card is playing in slow motion. And it can definitely put pressure on the rest of the card. I mean, it's intimidating playing with him sometimes.
Yeah, and one of the memories I have of Ricky Wysocki is actually the 2019 World Championships. If you recall, Macbeth had a comfortable lead coming into Eureka, and Ricky nearly birdied the entire back, and he nearly threw it in on 18, Brian, to tie Paul and push into a playoff. So has a lot of experience chasing people down out here, and he's one of the guys. And there's 2 guys on the chase card as well, Brian. And we're going to have to talk chase card after this commercial break.
What makes the Halal Guys so deliciously different? You might have heard of our famously long cart lines that NYC fans happily stand in. Today, with over 100 plus restaurants across the globe, we are your place to experience authentic American halal. Enjoy our delicious falafel, Euro sandwich, platters, and sides topped with our famously flavorful white and hot sauces. Order online today and taste how we make difference so delicious. The Halal Guys, bringing something deliciously different to the table.
Welcome back. Joined here now by PDGA's Hayden Henry. Hayden, you and I both soaked in the action this morning as Missy Gannon took down another Ledgestone title. What did you see out there?
Super exciting stuff, and about what we expected with a slugfest coming back to Northwood Black. You know, you look up real quick and it's one stroke. So, oh, here we go. But just congratulations to Missy. She did exactly what she had to do all weekend, and today coming down the stretch to bring home that title.
Well, we got one more round out here at Lake Eureka coming up this afternoon. We got some impending bad weather. Hopefully not. You know, hopefully we're about to avoid that. But PDGA's got a little bit more work left to do out here at Eureka. And then moving forward, what else does PDGA have going on?
Yeah, exciting to see the MPO rounds today. Y'all kind of hit on it. You know, Cole Rodon obviously has all the skills to do this. I think this shifts to more of a mental game, and can he handle that pressure? You know, we didn't talk about Ricky too much in the first two rounds, and yesterday, like you said, he was sprinting. He had that look in his eyes. So going to be an exciting finish here in Peoria. You know, moving forward, straight to Idlewild, straight to D-Glow, and then Worlds at the end of the week, end of the month. It feels like the end of the week, but coming at the end of the month. Plenty of spectator tickets left for that. Volunteer opportunities. Going to be a great show at Smugs with that team and Jeff Spring and the network and the PDGA all working together. So I'm really excited to see how that forms, and going to be a show for sure.
Well, let's go maybe some rapid fire bullet points here. What else does the PDGA have going on moving forward in the future?
Yeah, rules review right now. If you want to yell at us about the potential 2024 rules, you can do that before August 15th. There are some decent changes coming up. And we've said it time and time again, the game's evolving, and those rules have to evolve as well. So go check those out on PDGA.com. Let us know your feedback. Worlds tickets, U.S. women's tickets, USDGC coming up. So exciting couple months left to wrap up this 2023 season.
Hayden, as always, thank you again, my friend. And with that said, we got one more round left here at Lake Eureka, and we're going to listen to two competitors also tied for second on the chase card, Ezra Robinson, Calvin Heimberg.
I found myself in spots I didn't even know existed. Yeah, no, it was one of those moments where it's like, oh, crap, you hit the first tree. That's not good. And then you're hitting every other tree, and it's just like you can't stop. I wanted to be on lead card again. I feel like I have a better view of what's going on when I'm on there. But still excited to be 4 back and tie for second. So it's still my personal best finish so far. So, yeah, hopefully to put some more birdies together and finish well.
You can definitely overcome four strokes. So especially out at Eureka, you know, if someone's not throwing great, it's, you know, the lines creep up really quick and someone can take a big number. So 4 is definitely not something that, you know, you can't overcome, but I'm going to have to shoot a really good round to do it.
Cole Rodon is not safe whatsoever right now. He has 5 players within 4 strokes of him, including Calvin and Ezra Robinson. And you made an interesting note. Ezra Robinson's tied for second place. And if you look at the scorecard, you would not see that from yesterday.
Yeah, he had a triple bogey on 7, and then he went 5 over in a 3-hole stretch on the back 9 yesterday. So that alone tells you how well he's been playing the rest of the event. To still find himself just 4 back of Cole, it's incredible. And it's no fluke either. We've said it all this week here on Tournament Central. If you take a look at Ezra Robinson's year that he's been having, he's cashed for $56,000 for his career. 16 of that has come this year, Brian. So over 25% of his earnings have come this season, and has more 1040 rated rounds or higher this year than he has his entire career before this. So he's playing his best golf.
Well, he absolutely is playing his best golf, and me and you have been just talking about the way the disc is coming out of his hand. I think this is going to suit him extremely well out here at Eureka. He pured 14 of 18 tee shots. I still can't get over that. No one else was even close out here at Northwood Black. When you go out to Eureka, you have more airspace to work with, and he shot his first fire round out here to put himself in that lead going into the second round. So I guarantee you, He has nothing to lose. He feels that he has nothing to lose and everything to gain. There's one player on his mind right now. It's Cole Redolin.
Yeah, and he was one of our players that shot a 12 under at Eureka, so he knows that he can get it done out there. And, I think it is also going to put pressure on the leaders that these guys, they play 20 minutes earlier than the lead card. So if Cole and other people on the lead card are kind of checking scores, they might see Ezra and Calvin off to a hot start.
Well, talk Calvin. We have to talk Calvin Heimberg. I mean, at this point, listening to the way he's talking, it's a no-brainer that all he's caring about is the win. And he comes back out to Eureka, and it feels like this is just another course that is no problem for him.
Yeah, this is a great look at how to play the infamous baseball field hole. Destroyer, Max Heiser right there. And here, he's just going back-to-back attack mode. Hanging that Destroyer out over the OB the entire way. Checks up just inside. He's got the touch too, Brian. Taking the Turo right there on the forehand line.
These are all these holes, like number 5, number 6, number 8. You don't have to press on these holes if you don't want to. And Calvin is sending a 550-foot golf shot down the fairway on 8. This is going to be a bloodbath of a round. And not only is Ricky Wysocki in the hunt, so is Calvin Heimberg. He's tied with all the rest of those guys, and he only cares about titles, like he said numerous times. We have to talk about a few more players. It's going to be an exciting chase card. Simon Lizotte is on the chase card as well. And Simon plays well here. He's won this tournament before as well.
Yeah, he has won this tournament. And I think, being 7 strokes back, the pressure's kind of off. Simon, I don't think he's worried about trying to catch Cole. He's just going to stay in his own lane, have fun. I think sometimes when you're on that chase card, there's less tension in the air. Sometimes that lead card can feel a little sticky. People are being extra deliberate with their time. And yeah, Simon has a ton of experience out here. I believe he won the first big tournament that was held at Eureka when they had it, and stroke and distance. We were just chatting about that. And Simon taking this out over the cars here on 6. That is huge. That takes 500 feet of power to even consider that Heiser.
What's interesting is the 9 under par that he shot here did not look spectacular. It didn't look like a solid round, which to me says he has so much more to gain and so much more room to go. I mean, I think he could shoot well into the double digits this round. This is a beautiful 93-footer on hole number 8 to save him par after going OB. Yeah.
Up and down from the drop zone.
Up and down from the drop zone. Now he steps up to hole number 15. Easy backhand turnover. I mean, the touch looks good. The power looks good. Just another guy that you have to watch out for that's not too far behind either.
Yeah, Simon going to the ground right here on 18. This roller sets up so well if you have a cut with an overstable disc. Look at this, Brian. It's about as far as we've seen the roller play. That's perfect position right there. He certainly knows how to close this for the bird. That spin putt looking good these days.
Well, let's take a look at his round yesterday at Northwoods. I mean, he didn't necessarily have a stellar day on the disc golf course. The disc was not coming out of his hand exactly how he'd want it to, but he grinded his way through it. I mean, it was one of the toughest conditions we've ever seen that course play in, if not the toughest.
Yep.
And he's still in contention. I mean, you look, 3 bogeys in a row starting on the gauntlet, 11, 12, 13, and battled back to get 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah, that's the real difference of the round. I mean, the 3 over in the gauntlet is the difference between him being, on that chase card and being one of the guys that's only 4 back. So, like I said before, 7 back, pressure's off, Brian. Simon's going to be playing free today. Hopefully he, gives us a few Simon lines out there.
Well, another player we have to talk about that can give us some fireworks is James Proctor, who not necessarily a great round yesterday when he was in front of the big gallery and on the cameras, but he makes it back today on the chase card. And he's going to have to deal with the gallery again because he's playing with Calvin Heimberg and Simon Lizotte. Proctor's chances out here at Lake Eureka, Nate.
I mean, Proctor's playing for a position at this point. He's 9 strokes back. And I feel like that's probably one of the larger separations in scores between the leader and someone on the chase card. 9 strokes. We just don't see that anymore. So similar story to Simon, where he's not really stressed about what he needs to do to win. he's definitely, trying to get as much cash as he can this week and just have fun and play his best. And I mean, he's played great all year. He's 5th in Pro Tour points right now, Brian. So the man, this is his first full year committed to the game without a job outside the sport, and it's been showing all season.
Well, he's already a household name. The spectators yelling his name seemingly after every shot. People are coming here to watch James Proctor play disc golf now, as they should. With this said, we're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to wrap things up just on the other side.
Join the Paul Macbeth Foundation's Builders Club to help bring sustainable disc golf experiences to people and communities around the world. For a small monthly donation, you can help us make a real impact. Your donation will go directly to making a difference. By becoming a monthly subscriber, you'll also receive exclusive updates on our work, special offers, and discounts. So join us today and make a difference with the Paul Macbeth Foundation. Together we can make a big impact, one small donation at a time.
Welcome back. As we wrap things up and send you out to Lake Eureka one last time, Nate, I got to ask you for Perks picks. Final round, Cole Redallen up 4. Who's taking down the victory?
Perks picks, Brian. Cole's going to lose the lead early, and Ricky's going to catch him pretty quick. So is Calvin. And I got Calvin Heimberg from the chase card, and I got Casey White on the podium.
It's going to be a heater of a final day. That was a spicy take from Nate Perkins. Nate, love it. Let us know on Instagram what you think. Send us your picks from home. Nate, we're going to wrap things up.
Yep.
Tournament Central, Brian Earhart, Nate Perkins. We got one more round. We'll see you then.